This all would have been done if you wouldn't have said you needed my license for nothing.
You heard what I said? Right,
that you don't know any violation and you wanted my license.
You were speeding.
I was not speeding.
That's your interpretation and mine.
No, that's the fucking truth because it said 16 miles an hour on. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, I was taking pictures of
calling and complaining about you.
Oh, well, I was trying to leave, but I've got this DPS trooper that's following me around here, and he looks really suspicious. Do you think you could stop him and check him out?
Why am I going to stop the DPS trooper if he's doing his job?
He looks suspicious. He's like riding around here stalking me.
Imagine driving down the road, following every traffic law, when suddenly, red and blue lights flash behind you. You pull over, only to be met by an officer who keeps changing his story. First, he says he pulled you over for using your phone. Then, when proven wrong, he suddenly claims you were speeding without any proof. Today's video is a perfect example of why knowing your rights is critical. Watch as a driver stands firm against an officer's attempts to unlawfully demand his ID. But when backup arrives, the police department gets a lesson of its own in the Fourth Amendment. Will they double down on their abuse of power, or will they be forced to let him go? Let's find out.
Sir, I'm Officer Gilbert Midland Police Department, sir. Ma'am. And so the reason why you got pulled over as you passed me, I noticed you had your phone up.
No, my phone's right here.
Well, maybe it was my mistake then I stand corrected.
Have a good day.
No, you're not free to go. You seem to be in a hurry, sir.
Was I speeding?
Yes, you were.
No, I was not.
Okay, you weren't speeding?
No, sir.
All right, your license, please.
Do you have me clocked for speeding, or did you pull me over for that? Because that's the first time you told me you pulled me over for that. Now you're telling me speeding.
Let me start over. Okay.
Please do.
I said I noticed you with your phone. You corrected me. You said your phone was us up. You didn't have your phone in your hand, so I was mistaken.
So then you got me for something else now.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You have a supervisor?
I do have a supervisor. So
Why don't you get him out here?
Your license, please.
What did you clock me at?
Sir, I did not clock you.
Exactly. So I wasn't speeding because I saw you whenever I turned off of Garfield, and I am obviously not going to speed past a cop. Whenever I passed you, I was going 16 miles an hour. It's 25 on these roads, 20 or 25 on these roads.
My supervisor is quite a distance away. I'm going to give you a warning and let you go. You want to talk to my supervisor?
Great.
All right, I'll call my supervisor.
So you're holding me here...
You asked for a supervisor. So
because you're asking for my license for no reason, because I wasn't speeding. I'm not going to give you my license unless I was speeding.
All right, so you want to...
So if you're good with it, and I can drive away, I don't need your supervisor. Okay. But if you want my license and you're going to violate my Fourth Amendment, you're absolutely getting your supervisor.
Do you want me to call my supervisor?
Do you want my license?
Yes, I want your license.
Your supervisor.
Okay. All right. 13, 30. So those are fellow officers, not my supervisor. Supervisor outside of town, so he's coming over, okay?
Great use of resources there.
I'm sorry?
Great use of resources there.
Okay, you asked for a supervisor, so...
well, because you're trying to violate my Fourth Amendment.
Sir?
Are you or are you not? Why do you need my license if I wasn't speeding? If I didn't commit an infraction, why do you need my license?
Visually...
You can't pace from sitting still. You cannot pace from sitting still.
I'm not going to argue with you, okay?
Well, then prove your point.
So let me...
How do you know I was speeding? I'll sit here and shut up. You tell me how you know I was speeding.
Visually, you came up rapidly behind me. You were speeding. My interpretation, I didn't get your radar, so that is why I told you were speeding. Okay?
You don't know that, so you don't get my license.
You don't have to give me a license. You want a supervisor? I asked you. I was gonna give you a verbal. Let you go. You want my supervisor? My supervisor's on his way. So that's where.
No. You wanted my license to give me a verbal. This all would have been done if you wouldn't have said you needed my license for nothing.
You heard what I said? Right,
that you don't know any violation and you wanted my license.
You were speeding.
I was not speeding.
That's your interpretation and mine.
No, that's the fucking truth because it said 16 miles an hour on. I'm telling the truth. You wanted to ID me. You guys don't like it when citizens don't bow down to you.
So you don't have to bow down to me.
Then let me be on my damn way without violating my Fourth Amendment.
You can argue and say what you want to say.
Get out of my fucking face, dude. Why do you have me stop right now?
You want me to start over?
And I will too.
Okay.
And we can shake hands and be done. I will calm down.
Sir, I'm calm. Exactly. Sir. So I'm driving. I saw you behind me. I saw the phone up. I thought you had your phone in your hand. Okay? So I pulled you over because of the phone. When I came up to here, you corrected me and told me, and this, you're right, it's on the mount. You said it was on the mount. I said, sir, I stand corrected. Exactly.
Have a good day. You're on your way.
No, and I said you were speeding. You said we're going to start over. That's where I'm
We're starting over, but you're still wrong. We can start over, but you're still wrong.
You can be right. We can all be going back and forth. I'm just explaining. You asked me to start over. So I said you were speeding. You came up behind me. I pulled over, visually caught you speeding. You said you weren't speeding. Okay, that's your interpretation, and you're the driver. You have the right to say what you believe is the truth. I can't dispute what you say is the truth. I'm just saying what I saw and what I interpret. And I did not get you on radar. You're exactly right. I did not. So I said you were speeding. I asked your license. You said no. You said I'm violating your Fourth Amendment.
Absolutely.
I said, okay. You said you want a supervisor. I said, okay, I was going to give you a verb and let you go. I said, my supervisor's on the side of town. I can call him if you want the supervisor. And I did.
If you got to have that license, I want to talk to the supervisor.
And that's where we are. So at the end of the day, I'm not trying to violate your Fourth Amendment right.
But you're holding me. But you are.
Sir, and I told you again,
you're in a gray area right now, right?
What's the gray area?
You are detaining me right now.
Yes.
For invoking my Fourth Amendment.
That has nothing to do with Fourth Amendment.
It does, because you don't get that license unless I made an infraction. It has something to do with
me having probable cause that you have violated.
I'll tell you what. You go back there and write a ticket for me speeding, and we can meet in court. But only if you write a ticket for not to yourself for not using a blinker whenever you got over. When you got over right here and I passed you, no blinker used. So if you write a ticket to yourself for not blinkering, for not signaling to get over, you can write a ticket to me too.
Get over where?
Right here, whenever you parked right here. When you got behind me.
So what lane did I get over in?
You got over to park.
There's only 2 lanes.
You got over to park.
I did not get over to park. So again, it's your interpretation, my interpretation.
Okay. I'll take the ticket if you want to write yourself.
I'm not going to write myself a ticket.
Because the state can never be wrong.
The state can be wrong.
You're wrong right now, buddy.
And I did not pull
You're wrong right now. You pulled me over for that phone.
It's a single lane.
You pulled me over for that phone and you were wrong.
And I corrected myself. I told you.
But you still got to get that license. It's like crack to you guys. I don't understand that. You got to have it. Let me have that license. I don't want as a citizen, I don't want my information entered into a database any more than it has to be.
And sir, okay, you can say that. I wasn't even going to enter. I was going to look at the license and give you a road.
But you don't get to do that unless I've done something wrong.
Sir, my interpretation again.
So you think that? How fast do you think I was going?
You're going over 10% over the speed limit.
You're out of your mind, bro.
Sir, my interpretation.
You're out of your mind. So if the speed limit here is it 20 or 25? I was doing 16. Is it 20 or 20? Is it 20 or 25 right here?
If you say you're doing 16, that is your interpretation.
Is it 20 or 25 right here?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know.
No, you tell me.
You don't. Either way. So if it's 20, 10% over would be 22.
If it's 25, 10% over is 2.5 miles.
Yeah. Okay, so 27.5.
Yeah.
So you visually saw me going 27.5 miles an hour.
Yes, sir.
You need to get recalibrated, man.
Okay. Your interpretation of recalibration, then it's fine.
You're in the wrong.
Sir,
you're in the wrong.
We're gonna argue. And
you're in the wrong. There's no fucking argument because you're in the wrong.
We're arguing right now. We're talking.
There's no argument. I'm telling you what the truth is.
But I'm
being molested by my government for doing nothing wrong because you have to have my ID.
Because you violated a traffic offense, yes.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, your interpretation.
You're a fucking liar, dude. Don't come back up to this car. Get your supervisor. I'm not talking to you anymore. Not talking to you anymore. You're a liar.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how you doing?
What can I do for you, man?
I'm wondering why I'm still here.
Well, apparently you called for a supervisor.
Because he wants my license when I have committed no traffic infraction. When your officer first got up to this vehicle, he said he pulled me for this.
Okay.
Because that's up there. When that was wrong, then he tells me that I'm speeding. I know for a fact I wasn't. I looked down at 16. The whole time I was behind him and past him, I looked down, I was 16 miles an hour.
Okay.
But he wants to get my license. He already told me he hasn't clocked me. He estimated my speed from a standstill, which you can't pace from a standstill. He says I'm going 10% over the posted speed limit.
Okay.
From a standstill, he knows this. I'm not giving up my license unless you're threatening to take me to jail.
Okay.
I'm not the war you guys want right now with all y'all have going on. I was going 16 miles an hour, but I'm not going to let him violate my Fourth Amendment when he was wrong.
Okay. So what do you want now? What is it that
I want to be unmolested from my government and on my way.
Okay.
It's not funny.
Well, I mean, you sat here waiting for me.
Because he wouldn't let me go.
Okay. all you need to do is verify that you have a driver's license.
Not going to do it. He doesn't have a reason to see it.
Well, now, yeah, actually, we do have a reason.
What reason is that?
Because we can actually stop you to check your driver's
No,
license.
you can't.
Yes, we can.
Not unless I've committed an infraction.
We actually can. I searched the traffic code. It'll tell you right there. But that's all he wanted to verify. He's going to send you on your way.
No.
So, go. I'll let you go. Go.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Wilson.
Wilson. Badge number?
330.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This video is a textbook example of why you should never blindly comply with unlawful demands. If this driver had handed over his license without question, the officer would have gotten away with an illegal stop and Fourth Amendment violation. But because he stood his ground, the police were forced to back off. The takeaway? Police officers lie constantly. They make up excuses, change their stories, and pressure you into complying with unlawful orders. If you don't know your rights, they'll take advantage of that. So remember, if you haven't committed a crime, you don't have to show ID. If you're not under arrest, you don't have to comply with unreasonable demands. And above all, always record the police. Because as we saw today, officers may think they're in control, but knowledge is the real power. Imagine minding your own business, taking pictures in public, or simply resting in your car when, suddenly, a police officer approaches you, demanding your ID with no crime committed. He has no legal justification, but that doesn't stop him from trying to intimidate you into compliance. In today's video, we'll witness two different cases of police misconduct. In one, an officer fails to understand basic detention laws. In the other, a group of cops wrongfully harass and even steal a man's license plate from his vehicle. Will these officers realize they're in the wrong, or will they double down on their abuse of power? Let's find out.
Howdy.
What's going on?
Nothing?
What are you doing with that camera?
Taking pictures?
Taking pictures of what?
Anything I can see?
Do you have an ID with you?
I haven't done anything wrong, have I?
No, sir, but taking pictures.
Yeah, I was taking
That's
pictures
why they're
of...
calling and complaining about you.
Oh, well, I was trying to leave, but I've got this DPS trooper that's following me around here, and he looks really suspicious. Do you think you could stop him and check him out?
Why am I going to stop the DPS trooper if he's doing his job?
He looks suspicious. He's like riding around here stalking me.
He's not stalking you. You're
He's
the
stalking
one.
me.
He's not stalking. Can I talk to you over here?
What?
Have an ID with you?
Am I being detained?
No, sir. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to go on about my business then.
I'm gonna talk to you. Okay. I just need to identify you, and that's it. Other than that, you're free to leave after I identify you. Okay.
So I'm being detained then.
Right now, I'm questioning you. Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not answering my question. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Right now, I'm going to question you. Yes, sir. I need your ID.
So I am being detained.
Yes, sir.
For what crime?
What crime?
Uh-huh.
There's no crime yet. I just need to verify your ID, and that's basically it. Other than that, you could go on and body your way.
I mean, are you T-close certified?
Yes, sir.
I don't understand. I'm not armed, by the way. I have no weapons on me.
I don't see you that you're armed or anything like that.
That's Law Enforcement 101.
What's law
What do
enforcement?
you need to detain somebody?
Just
Reasonable,
suspicion.
articulable suspicion the crime has been or is about to be
Right.
committed. You just said there's no crime.
There's no crime. I just need to ID yourself. And
Then you
that's it.
cannot detain me. Your detention would be unlawful.
I understand that, but I just need to ID you.
I got that, Officer Gonzalez.
What is your name?
I didn't give it. I don't want to give it. I haven't done anything wrong. If the trooper quits
The
following
trooper
me.
does not have anything to do with this.
Okay.
You're not going to be in here. Get out of here.
Now you're telling me to leave?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
I mean, if I'm being told to leave, I'm going to stay. I haven't done anything wrong.
Fine. They come in. Trooper decides to pick you up. He decides to pick you up. You know what
Okay.
I'm
That's better, okay?
saying?
You're not telling me to leave now. I appreciate that. Now, if the trooper leaves, I'm going to leave. So I'm going to try to leave, okay?
I hope you leave.
I hope I do too. Just get the trooper to quit following me.
I'm not driving.
Expired.
I'm not driving.
That's fine. That doesn't make a difference, sir.
It does.
If we can prove that there's a
You didn't
fictitious
pull
tag
me
on the
over.
vehicle,
You didn't pull me over. Yeah, if you can prove that, go ahead.
well, your tag doesn't come back to nothing.
Well, innocent until proven guilty, right? Go ahead, prove me guilty. I'm not
Are
doing
you
anything
living out of
wrong.
your vehicle? Is that what's going on?
Hey,
What?
that's none of your business. Get away from me.
Well, that's not going to happen. Okay?
Don't insult me. Get
no
away
one's
from
insulting
me.
you. I'm asking an observation question.
Get away from me.
3121. Paul Mary Zebra 5442 goes back to a silver Toyota to a Curtis Clark out of Edinburgh.
Hello. Please get off my car. Stop shaking it, whoever's shaking
What'd
it.
it say?
It's good. Clear.
Okay. Did it come back to that tag or?
No, did not. We'll log it, but she's
Okay.
saying the VIN's clear.
Listen, man. There's
No.
not an issue.
No.
The tag doesn't come back to your vehicle. Simple as
Either
that.
you have no right to stop to wake me up.
We do.
Do all this. No, you
We
don't.
don't know what you're
no,
doing.
you don't.
That's fine.
No, you not knowing what I'm doing is not a reason.
Well,
Okay,
we're investigating
that's
your
not
tag.
against the law. So
We're
get away
investigating
from
your
me.
tag.
Get away from
No, I
me.
don't have to. You understand? You need to calm down for no reason. You're getting upset for no reason.
I'm not getting upset for no reason.
You
You're
are.
being disrespectful.
No, you are, sir.
You're acting like I did something wrong.
Well, you have a tag
So
on
get
your
away
vehicle that
from
doesn't go
me.
back to your vehicle.
Get away from me.
So that's why we're investigating. And then we saw your windows down, and I don't know if you know where you're at, but vehicles get broken into around here, okay? And stolen.
Really?
And
You
then you're
saw
asleep
my
in your
windows
vehicle.
down. Oh, and then, oh my goodness, you saw I was in here, so
Yeah.
it's probably not going to get broken into while
So
I'm
we
in it.
woke
Am
you
I
up.
right?
That's what we did. That's all we did.
Nothing what you're saying is making sense. It's not logical. It doesn't
It
follow
is.
a
You have
line.
a tag that doesn't come back to your vehicle.
You're a manipulative
on your
cop.
vehicle.
You're a bad cop. Get away from me.
Well, you can have that opinion. That's fine.
It's not an opinion.
It is, sir.
That's a fact.
It's not a fact. The fact is that you have a tag on your vehicle. that
Get
doesn't
away
come back to
from
your
me.
vehicle.
Get away from me. I'm done with you.
You want me to explain it? All right.
I don't want. No, I don't
anytime
care.
we
I
see
don't
a
care.
tag like that,
I don't
we can't
care.
make contact with you. Make sure the
No, you
vehicle's
can't.
not. Look it
You
up.
can't. You can do whatever you
Look it
want,
up.
but I
Look it
don't
up.
have to
All right, be
comply
careful.
with you because I didn't do anything illegal. So
Actually, that tag is not legal. So
actually, it is.
no, it's not.
Are you taking it off my car?
It's not legal.
You're taking it off my car? Are you serious? They just took my registration off of my car. It's a temporary tag. It's a temporary tag.
It's not.
Fake. 21 weeks.
It's not fake. It's real. ADOT gave it to me. Give it back to me. You just stole my license plate.
Who gave it to you?
ADOT, Arizona Department of Transportation. Give me back my license plate. Give it back to me. I will sue the shit out of
Listen to
you.
me.
Personally.
Hey, listen, buddy.
No, not listen.
Listen.
Give me back my
Let
plate.
me explain-
That's a real fucking problem
let
for me.
explain something.
No, there's nothing to explain. Give me
So we
back my
ran the
plate and
VIN
leave
of
me
this
alone.
vehicle. We ran the VIN on this vehicle.
That's fine.
That registration is not registered to this
It
vehicle.
is registered to this
I
vehicle.
promise you it's not.
It
They
is.
just ran it. They just ran
You
it.
guys have a problem with your system.
Database.
That's not my
It's not
problem.
our system. It's the entire United States system.
Why did they give it to me then?
Hang on a second, sir. Now we're checking in with Arizona. Since
There
you
you
just
go.
now said Arizona.
There you go.
You just said that, though.
ADOT, genius.
That doesn't mean anything to us.
Fucking ginger. Piece of shit. Ripping it off my car, you piece of shit.
Well, if it's a legal tag, I have the right to it.
It's
It
not
doesn't come back to
illegal.
anything in
You're a
Texas.
fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what you're fucking doing to me, and you're acting like I'm the bad guy. Get the fuck out of here and give me my license plate.
What's your name, sir?
What's your name?
What's your name, sir?
No, fuck
I can
you.
give it
What's
back
your
to you if we
license
can verify
plate?
who you are.
Yeah, Curtis Clark. Now give me
that
my
difficult?
shit. Was it difficult for you to leave me the fuck alone?
Okay.
And not tear shit off my fucking car that belongs to me? You are a piece of shit.
You have that opinion. That's
I have
sir.
the right to not be harassed by you
No one's
three.
harassing you.
You are, motherfucker.
Nope.
You just tore off my license plate, you fucking ginger.
Yep, I am, sir.
This video is yet another example of why you should always record the police and stand your ground when they attempt to violate your rights. Whether it's an officer who doesn't understand detention laws or one who straight up steals a license plate, these incidents show just how important it is to know and exercise your rights. The biggest takeaway? If an officer can't tell you what crime you've committed, you don't have to show ID. If they unlawfully detain you, you have every right to challenge them. And above all, always document your interactions, because as we've seen today, without accountability, these abuses will only continue.